Today I am bringing you the most up-to-date how to ship on Whatnot video available on YouTube. We're getting straight to the point, starting out here on the Whatnot home screen. Shout out Nana's Nickel, great Whatnot seller you should all be following. From the home screen, click on your picture in the upper right. From this drop down, we're going to select shipments. This page is going to show everything that is currently awaiting you to ship. Now, this is not by item. I sold 28 items, but we'll see I have 17 shipments here. 28 items, 17 shipments. That's because buyers bought multiple items. Now, if a buyer bought multiple items and it's less than 5 pounds, that's one shipment. That is one package that is going out to them. If you chose priority mail, which Whatnot defaults. So if you didn't choose ground advantage, you chose priority mail. You'll see here though that I have one buyer that is getting 2 separate packages. That's because one of her packages was over 5 pounds. So there is a way to tell which items go in which package to ensure you don't go overweight on one of the packages. You just click on the little drop down and that is going to itemize every item that the buyer bought. And that's not just helpful for if they're bundling, that's helpful for all of these packages. Unless you are writing their name every time an item sells. And even if you do, this is a great way to double check. From right here on your screen, just click that little drop down arrow right beside their name and you're able to see everything that that buyer bought and open up the inventory of everything that needs to go into that package.
All right, let's scroll up to the top here and start with the first buyer who is sugar-free. I like that username. And I am going to see that they purchased this bag. Now, I can also see it over here in the right column. I can click on this. I can make the photo larger. You will notice when you're listing items that Whatnot says a photo is mandatory. This is why. Now, have I had shows where I said 1 to 3 ounce item and it's a generic photo? Yes. Does that complicate your shipping? Absolutely. Do not do that if it is your first show. Do not do that if you are not extremely organized. There's a reason why Whatnot asks for a title, a photo, and a description, and it is because your shipping process will be made so much more simple if you use those guidelines.
So now I know which bag to grab. I'm going to go ahead and grab that and package it up. And then from the right panel over here, you will see edit shipping details. This is where I'm going to be able to adjust. Whatnot defaults, as long as you are under priority mail, it defaults to a cubic foot, which is 12 by 12 by 12. Now, a lot of people have asked me in the past, what if it's smaller than 12 by 12 by 12? It really doesn't matter if it's smaller. It does not need to be larger than that, though. The buyer essentially paid for a cubic foot up to 5 pounds if they paid for 1 pound. All right, that is generic, always on Whatnot, 1 to 5 pounds at a cubic foot. Because a cubic foot is the largest USPS allows with priority mail before they upcharge you. So if you're shipping something very large, let's say you have a golf club show or something, you need to keep in mind and default to ground advantage. Consider not selling oversized items over on Whatnot, because if I change that to a 24 by 12, you can see the label adjustment here is over $17. Now I am allowed 5 free adjustments on Whatnot every week. Those reset on Sunday, and that would be covered. But let's just say it was not only too big, but it was grossly overweight. Instead of being 40, 50 something ounces, it's 150 ounces. Scroll down here and you will see that's $14 and change, I think $14.88 here, that I am going to be charged. Not every label adjustment is covered. It says here that that is a label adjustment charge that is not covered by my free adjustments. So if you think you don't have to weigh or measure anything and you can just rely on those free adjustments every week, you're wrong.
The first time that you go to ship on Whatnot, you're going to say, why in the world does it want it in ounces? Why are we talking about 150 ounces? Everything is in ounces, okay? It is important that you know how to convert from pounds to ounces. There is no shame in anyone's game. The only dumb questions are the ones you ask yourself on the way home. So I'm going to show you how to convert 2 pounds, 7 ounces directly to ounces, all right? So first you need to realize how many ounces are in a pound. There are 16 ounces in a pound. So let's take 2 pounds times 16 ounces. And then since it was 2 pounds, 7 ounces, don't forget to add in the other 7 ounces. Now this package, I was allowed 48 ounces. So I am well within that. My screen didn't record this portion, so I had to use a screen grab from a different sale. So never mind that, but I just wanted to show you guys, once you edit whatever you're editing, be it the dimensions or the weight, scroll down here to the bottom and then click save. You have to click save. That is going to save the new information so the label can be generated correctly. Now, after you've clicked save, it will actually, if you refresh the page here, you're going to see this little label, this USPS icon appears and the label is there. Now, that means that the label has been generated. It has not been printed yet. It says ready to ship. That does not mean that it is shipped. Even after I print my label, it is not going to show as shipped yet. There's an important key step here on Whatnot that you want to do. So keep watching and ensure you watch to the end so that you don't miss out on that key step. But I'm essentially going to go through all of these, do the exact same process, seeing the packing list, packing the item, and then adjusting the dimensions and the weight to fit that, clicking save so that I have all of those labels. Now, I actually print my labels off my phone, and I'll show you how. Here I open up Whatnot on my phone. I'm doing this because my printer is a Bluetooth printer that is connected to my phone. So I'm going to click on Seller Hub. We're going to scroll down to orders. And now I'm going to find that person's order. Right here is sugar-free. And we're going to click on that. And I have now already saved my measurements. I have saved my weight. I did all of that on the computer. So I know that this is correct. If you have not already packaged up the item, already ensured everything was okay, do not click generate shipping label. Okay, you're skipping some really important steps. And you could get your packages returned because you were overweight or you were over dimensions or something. But since I have already taken care of those steps, I'm going to click generate shipping label. From here, we'll click generate label one more time. And view shipping label. I'm going to open this in my printer app, click print. Now I am not connected to this printer. It is 100% Bluetooth, but I can click print and my label just prints right out via my Bluetooth printer. It is a Jaden's Bluetooth printer. I will have it linked below in the description if you're interested in being able to print directly from your phone. And I also have a discount code for that, is RS14, and it will save you money on Jaden's. These thermal label printers are usually around $80 or so, and plus you're saving more money off of that. So it's like 70 something dollars. I've been using this thing for a long time. It has never failed to print a label. And then I have one now that prints all kinds of various sizes. I can do stickers. I can do even shipping tape, a plethora of different thermal printed items. So if you need a Bluetooth thermal printer suggestion, it will be linked down in the description. Don't forget, our RS14 will save you even more money on it. Just want to show you guys real quickly with this package as an example. I have a large photo. The photo alone is 12 by 12, plus there's a purse, plus there's a couple other items. So I actually have to adjust the size of this package. It's 16 by 20 by 6. It can be short, but I need it to be longer. I need it to be wider. The weight is fine. The box just has to be bigger. So down here, look, that would have cost $22.76 if I didn't have these 5 free adjustments. Now, those free adjustments are available to every Whatnot seller. They reset on Sundays. Do not take advantage of those. Don't think, oh, I can just, again, not weigh or not measure my items. And if you're constantly and consistently selling oversized items, then consider making an independent shipping profile for those items. For instance, a picture, I could have said, and probably will in a future show, you can only bundle one of those together. It has to go in its own shipment, but that's a cause for another video. I can show you guys that in a future video. Now this next step, this final step, is so important because it will affect your Whatnot seller metrics. Now that all of the items have had their labels generated, everything has been boxed up and dropped off at the post office, all except for one for me. I'm going to click at the very top here. I'm going to click this little box. That selects every single item, all of these 17 shipments. Now for me, there is one item that I need to go get a larger box for. So I'm going to scroll down here and deselect that. So select every single item that you have shipped, that you have labels, that you've dropped off, and click mark off as dropped off, that mark all packages as shipped. You need to click that. It will affect your seller metrics. It will affect your standing on Whatnot. And when you get to the post office, ensure that those packages get scanned. These are important steps. Confirm bulk drop off. Confirm. Do not forget to say that your packages were dropped off.
If this video helped you, share it with another Whatnot seller. If you're not yet approved on Whatnot, check the link in my descriptions and comments to get approved to sell today.